February 2024, a remote Arctic prison, polar wolf colony. Alexei Navalny, Russia's most fearless opposition leader, goes for a walk in the yard. Minutes later, he collapses, never wakes up. Moscow says, natural causes. But this week, 5 European governments revealed the truth. Navalny was poisoned with a toxin so rare, it's found only in the skin of a South American frog. Epibatidine, 200 times stronger than morphine. Impossible to find in Russia. Today, the full story of how they killed him and why the world is watching. Who was Alexei Navalny? A lawyer, an anti-corruption crusader, the one man the Kremlin feared most. For years, he exposed billions in stolen money, organized massive protests, and survived one poisoning already. In 2020, he was hit with Novichok, a military-grade nerve agent, on a flight in Siberia. He survived, returned to Russia, was arrested immediately. His crime? Refusing to be silent. His final prison was Polar Wolf, a maximum security colony inside the Arctic Circle. The European Court of Human Rights later documented what happened there. He was kept under constant video surveillance, even in his cell. Guards woke him every hour, every 2 hours, night after night. They shaved his head, humiliated him, isolated him. The court called it inhuman and degrading treatment, a pattern of destroying a man before killing him. On February 16, 2024, he walked in the yard. Minutes later, convulsions, cardiac arrest. Prison doctors? No. They took 30 minutes to reach him. Moscow's official version: he died of natural causes, but his team smuggled out samples. They reached European laboratories. The findings: Epibatidine, a toxin from the skin of Ecuadorian poison dart frogs. It's 200 times stronger than morphine. It stops the heart, and it leaves almost no trace if you don't know what to look for. Only one country had the means, motive, and opportunity to use it. This week, February 14th, 2026, 5 nations spoke. The UK, Sweden, France, Germany, and the Netherlands issued a joint statement. Their conclusion: Navalny was poisoned with a lethal toxin. Russia had the means, motive, and opportunity. They formally notified the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. This is not the first time. Salisbury 2018, Novichok, Dawn Sturgis, Alexei Navalny 2020. The pattern is clear. Russia uses chemical weapons against its enemies and gets away with it. Under the Chemical Weapons Convention, which Russia signed, any use of toxins as weapons is illegal. The Biological and Toxin Weapons Convention, also binding on Russia, prohibits developing or producing such substances. The European Court of Human Rights already ruled that Russia violated Navalny's rights through inhuman treatment and unlawful imprisonment. But Russia left the Council of Europe in 2022. They ignore rulings. They pay no compensation. The 26,000 euros awarded to his widow, Moscow will never pay. His mother, Lyudmila Navalnaya, stood at his grave this week. "We knew from the beginning," she said. "He was murdered." His wife Yulia continues his fight from exile. His lawyers, colleagues, supporters, dozens arrested, sentenced to years in prison, simply for working with him. One man, one voice, and a state that could not tolerate it. You might think, I don't live in Russia. Why should I care? Because the same methods, poison, repression, lies, are not contained by borders. The Novichok attack in Salisbury happened in quiet suburban England. The nerve agents were developed in secret labs, then used on foreign soil. If the world does nothing, the next victim could be anywhere. And because silence is what allows this to continue. Navalny's last words before returning to Russia: "If they decide to kill me, it means we are incredibly strong." He was right. They feared him. They still fear his ideas. 2 years later, the truth is out. But justice is not. Share this video. Let people know what happened, and subscribe. Because the fight for truth is not over.